Hey guys, it's Joe Tunney here at Honda of Seattle and Toyota of Seattle in the SoDo district of downtown Seattle. We're visiting with our neighbors in the downtown stadiums today. The Seattle International Auto Show is in town, and one of the cars where there's always going to be a lot of buzz is the 2016 Acura MDX, one of the perennial bestsellers on everybody's shortest list year after year. The MDX is certainly one of the most popular sport utilities ever made. Well, Honda particularly has a new Honda Pilot that has come out for 2016. A lot of folks are asking what's the main differences between the Pilot and the MDX, and we'll take a look at some of those differences while we take a look at this particular car. In fact, the hood's already popped a little bit, so let's just lift it up and see what's under the hood. The familiar 290 horsepower six-cylinder engine, one of the most trouble-free motors that have ever been made. It definitely puts out enough power. It has a traditional 9-speed automatic transmission, where so many of these are going to those CVT or continuously variable transmissions for better fuel economy. This uses a traditional transmission, and so you're going to get a little bit more assertive power. Great looking. I mean, the MDX is certainly one of the nicer looking sport utilities on the road today. And then inside, one of the first things you notice that's a difference between the MDX and the Honda Pilot particularly is the MDX has a little bit more of a gourmet feel to it than the Pilot does. However, for 2016, the Pilot is very, very different, and so it has almost an Audi personality, where the Acura has its traditional personality that we've grown accustomed to over the years. But it is very nice and very stylish. Jumping into the back seat, well, it's not gigantically roomy in the back seat. So I'm 6 feet tall, 175 pounds, and this is where the differences really start to appear between the Pilot and the MDX. The Pilot's not super duper roomy in the second row seat, but it's definitely roomier than the MDX. So the MDX, maybe I could move this forward a couple inches and kind of stretch out a little bit more. And I'm not saying I'm uncomfortable, it's just not extra space, if you get what I mean. One nice thing though is the seats are elevated in the back, so they call that theater style seating. So in the back it feels like I'm kind of have that same front view visibility. I can look through the windshield, no problem at all. Now here comes the big difference, is the third row seat. The third row seat, you really have no space at all in the third row seat. And so it's just, for my boys, they're just too big. So in the Pilot, even myself at 6 feet tall, I can get real comfortable in the third row seat. That's just not going to happen in the MDX. Trunk space, again, huge check of the box for the Pilot. Not a ton of room back here, especially with the seats up. To me, this is third row seating in a pinch. This is a definite 2-row seat vehicle that if you just need a third row seat, it comes at the expense of two things: the comfort of the people in the third row seat and the space in the back. And so if you don't use a third row seat all that often, well then of course this is a great choice. If you need a third row seat and the supporting gear that 3 row seats worth of people are going to accompany, yeah, this is just going to be way, way, way too small. This does have a push-button tailgate release. They just have power off here at the car show. Style-wise, again, I mean, look at these gorgeous lines. It really is a beautiful sport utility. It's a beautiful anything. This is just a nice car. It drives beautifully. It's very quiet. It's very composed and has a wonderful SH all-wheel drive system. Seats, well, they're very comfortable. The wood is very nice. The shift mechanism and the park mechanism, it's all on one flush surface here. It's all quite nice. The double stack monitor system, again, the Pilot has this kind of same layout, especially in the premium equipment packages, but it does look beautiful in the MDX. The MDX is a beautiful vehicle. There's no other way to say it. If you have any questions about the MDX or anything that we have at Honda of Seattle and Toyota of Seattle, please don't hesitate to reach out. My name is Joe Tunney. I'm the pre-owned director of Honda of Seattle and Toyota of Seattle. You can reach me anytime at joet@hondaofseattle.com.